Hey gals, I was recently going through some training that our incredible national sales directors have done for us before, and I wanted to share some of my thoughts about one of the things that they were training on, mental toughness and the 5 levels of mental toughness. Maybe you've heard this a million times and maybe this will be new or a refresher, but I just kind of want to give you an overview of what that looks like and what that means. Mental toughness is important in Mary Kay because people say no. Even when you do your best, even when you try your hardest, people will say no. People won't want to buy even if you follow the script to a T, you know? That's why we're a business built on averages and numbers. But leadership is doing what is best, not what is safe. And sometimes it's easy to get caught up in fear. And that is where our growth of mental toughness comes in. So the 5 levels of mental toughness are from lowest to highest. The lowest level of mental toughness is playing not to lose. Playing not to lose. At this level, your highest value is self-protection. You don't ask because she might say no. Level 2 is playing to cruise. This is where you have the lack of a clear daily vision. You know, you're kind of going through the motions, you kind of ask a couple people, but you don't really have something that you're going towards. Level 3 is playing to improve. At this level, you have a willingness to put yourself out there and you have a goal. Now, you know you can hit that goal because it's a safe goal. And you don't necessarily have goals that may or may not take some risk on your part. That's playing to improve. Level 4, the next one, is playing to compete. This is where you are willing to stretch. And the focus is competing and ranking on the scoreboard, even, you know, if you're just beating your own best that you've done. There is more though. There's another level of mental toughness, and that's level 5, playing to win. Playing to win. Playing to win. Leadership is a calling. Just like Amy Kemp says, she quotes from that leadership summit she went to, if you are a woman and God has given you the gift of leadership, then for God's sake, lead. For God's sake, lead. That looks like playing to win. Because when we play to win, we create value for other people and we create our best selves. We work on becoming our best selves for the world's sake, for the sake of those God has put in our circle of influence. Failure is a tool for growth, and you can fail your way all the way to success. Playing to win looks like operating despite fear. You know, we say feel the fear, do it anyways. You don't operate because of fear, because you want to avoid pain, but you operate even though you might have those nagging little voices in your head. And better yet, playing to win looks like speaking truth with your actions, but also with your mouth. When you hear that voice of fear saying, she's not going to say yes, so don't even ask for the career chat, you say no. She is a woman who is worthy of having her own voice, of making her own decision. And I want to create value for her. I want to give her an opportunity. This might be exactly what she has been crying out for, and I have the chance to give it to her. Playing to win looks like not making decisions for other people. Playing to win looks like letting them make their own decisions. So, what level are you at today? What do you need to change to move to the next level? Are you acting out of self-protection? And if so, in what areas? What steps can you take to move out of that mindset? Maybe you find yourself today playing not to lose, you know, with that high value of self-protection. Getting out of that spot is probably thinking, okay, what am I trying to protect myself from? What is a risk that I could take? That's going to bump you up to playing to cruise, right? Doing something, even if it looks like going through the motions. Now, if you are at that level 2, playing to cruise, and you feel like you have a lack of vision, a lack of that daily something in your mind that you know that's what your next step is, well, then the, the stretch point for you is probably picking a goal, having a goal, telling your family, telling your kids, honey, this is what I'm going to do. And when we do this, when I do this, this is what we all are going to be able to have, do, be, whatever. Maybe you find yourself at the level of playing to improve level 3, where you have that willingness to put yourself out there. You have had goals, but they're kind of goals that are safe. They don't stretch you at all. Well, what that looks like is to focus actually on looking at what's possible. What are the goals Mary Kay has set out there? What are the promotions? What are the prizes you can earn this month? What would you do that would slap up those numbers on the scoreboard that you could say that you're proud of? Play to compete a little bit. And maybe you do find yourself at that level 4, play to compete. Maybe you've been willing to stretch and willing to kind of look at where you're at and where you're not and where you want to be. But you're really still focused on yourself. You're really still focused on, well, she did this, so I want to do that. The place for you to win, the place for you to grow, the place for the best things to come out of this business for you is to move into level 5 of mental toughness, to play to win, to play to be a leader, to lead by creating opportunities for other women, to get out of your own head and to look at the world around you that is broken and hurting and needs what you have been given. And for God's sake, just stand up and lead, to stand up and say, this is who he has created me to be. And so I am going to become my best version of myself, of what God has put inside of me for the world's sake. Because I want to lead and I want to steward the gift that God has given me. That is what playing to win looks like. It's taking your failures, putting them on the ground, standing up on them. Level up through failure, right? We fail forward to success and to operate out of a desire to love other people, out of a desire to do the things that we are called to do, not to operate out of fear. Yes, to have those moments when we are afraid. Yes, to have those moments when we grieve, but we move on from those times in purpose, in obedience, and in leadership. Level up, ladies. Let's grow our mental toughness and play up to level 5 of mental toughness. Have a great day.